This is Martin Shervington, and I'm going to give you a load of reasons why every business is going to want to be on Google+. Everything from whether they're using Google AdWords and how to get a 17% increase on their click-through rates potentially, and looking at Google Local, Google Pages, having the following badge as an opt-in from people's websites, which is absolutely phenomenal, looking at Google authorship so that they can have better search engine results, and even touching on Google Enterprise as well. Here we go. To begin, very simply, if a company is using Google AdWords to promote themselves, then they are going to want to be using Google+. By adding in social extensions, we can have reviews and we can also have the +1s of a particular page. If I show you this page by clicking it, it takes me through to the Google Plus page. Now, this means that there is social evidence being built up that helps people feel that there's trust and that they want to click that particular link over and above another. And when Cadbury's added in social extensions on a campaign, as we can see in this report, there was an uplift of 17% in the click-through rate, which is phenomenal. So we know that adding in social extensions is going to improve the campaigns for many people. So if you use Google AdWords yourself, or if you're working as a consultant, then this is a very good reason to get on Google+. We can see the power of this when we look at display ads as well. And here's the example of individuals' images that are appearing alongside the +1 button there. The next very important reason is Google Local, which will be a must when a business has a physical location. If I search for London Zoo, and we can see this panel appears and I have the information and the map details on London Zoo. Also, if I click on reviews, I can see that people have done reviews about that particular business. And these reviews are again social proof and social endorsement, and particularly when the reviews are coming from people from within my own social circle. Then we have the Google Plus page itself. If I click on London Zoo icon here, that will take me to the page, and we can see that people have been following the page, and we are able to add those people back into circles. And when we add people back into circles, we begin that circle-centric relationship, and they will start to feel included in something, as well as, of course, receiving our information. This is such an important thing for every business to know. When a person follows a particular page, that means that they have opted in to receive in their stream that content. But also, if the page then follows them back or circles them back, they are able to notify and they are able to even email that individual with content. So the simple step of following has enabled a really big leap in the relationship between the brand and the individual. The great thing about Google Plus is that you can also put the following badge on your website. And when you do this, people can opt into that relationship straight from the website. This is another reason why businesses are going to want to be on Google Plus. When an individual follows a page, they didn't put in their email addresses, they didn't give their name, because that is already in the Google Plus system. A person follows that particular page, which means that that person's profile is associated with the following. So the brand, the company, sees that person as the profile that has followed that particular page. So from a marketing perspective, this is phenomenal, because the person didn't have to give their email address. They have just entered into the relationship by clicking the button. Once you've begun the relationship, you can also deepen it with existing customers as well as prospects, and part of that is going to include moving them between different circles when you have different activities attached to each of those circles. So you can interact in different ways with different groups of people in different circles, and one of the highest levels of engagement you're going to get is within Google Plus communities. Now these can be public or they can be private, and we're looking at the Cadbury community right now. And if they are public, that will have a certain psychological feel. If they're private, again, it may feel a bit more special. And you can also run events, and you can run intimate hangouts with people from those communities. And all of this is going to build the relationships and move them from the outer circles towards the inner circles. This is why it's circle-centric marketing. Next, I want to have a look at Google Search, and I have a question for you. Do you want better organic search results for yourself or for your organization or for companies you work with? If the answer is yes, then you're going to want to have a look at Google+. Because here, for instance, if I search for Google+ for Business, we can see that an icon comes up, my image comes up alongside a link that I've shared from my Google+ profile. Also, using Google Authorship, I can relate content from my website to my Google+ profile. And that means that the image will appear for that as well. And those images make it a lot easier for people to trust the content and want to click the link. Building your own personalized global network on Google+ will also influence the search results that people are getting from within that network as well. Another really great thing about Google+ is how effective it is from a viral marketing perspective. As you can see on this particular post, I've had over 1,900 shares, 4,800 plus ones. Now, this is a great way to get your messages out there. And once you've learned what you're doing, you can replicate the results time and time again. And using Google+ ripples, as the ones we're looking at here, you're able to see who has shared your content and start to build relationships with them. But you can also look at other people's ripples and work out who the influencers are in your sector. Then there's Google Enterprise, where an organization, large or small, can take aspects of Google's products and services or use an entire suite in order to improve their efficiency and increase collaboration between employees. Looking at one example, Google Hangouts allows people to come together and work collaboratively and even access the same documents at the same times using Google's technology, which can really save a tremendous amount of time and effort. Hopefully you can now see some of the business benefits to Google+, and two of them being it will connect you to more customers in more ways and potentially even save you money. Now, in order to take this further, if you'd like to contact me, I can put you in touch with some of the great people within the Google+ community who will be able to help you implement a really effective Google+ strategy, no matter how large or small your business. And ways to contact me are coming up next.